Hello everyone, and welcome to Pokémon Silver Foreverlocke. This is a Pokemon challenge that will go across many games, across many different generations, with the end goal of getting every single Pokemon in existence, including regional forms, into the Hall of Fame in a Hardcore Nuzlocke challenge. For detailed rules about all this, because the way you have to build your team is a lot more limited to what a standard Nuzlocke allows you to do. So for detailed rules, for questions about that, in the description of this video, I will have a link to a video made by the person who came up with the Foreverlocke challenge a couple of years ago, explaining the exact rules in detail, and they're answering some FAQ stuff as well. If you have some questions after that, feel free to ask me, and I'll try to answer the best I can. And maybe you're coming up with something interesting that I hadn't thought of, and then I can ask the creator about it. So, Pokemon Foreverlocke. Pokemon Silver. I'm excited to get started. I'm gonna go on set. Yes, I think I'd set most of these up already. New game. Something I also recently learned about is a website called the Nuzlocke Generator. Which allows me to, well, keep track of all the Pokemon I have in my Nuzlocke and where I caught them. Which helps with figuring out if I caught a Pokemon on a certain route yet or not. Especially if I want to do fishing instead of a standard wild encounter there. Let's see, we're going night 10 o'clock in about a minute, so I'm gonna wait for that. So sometimes after I catch a Pokemon, even when something levels up, I'm gonna change that in the Nuzlocke Generator. You won't see it on screen, but it really helps me with keeping track of a bunch of stuff. So that's really cool. Hey gaming, they're saying, oh yes, going over that, you have to have at least 3 not fully evolved Pokemon in your team, right? Yes. You have to commit to what slot of evolution your Pokemon becomes. So, let's say I start with Cyndaquil, I have to commit to trying to keep that thing as a Cyndaquil, as a Quilava, or it'll end up as a Typhlosion. At minimum, 3 Pokemon in your team must be able to evolve in the slot they're chosen. So you can't say, oh yeah, I have a Cyndaquil, it can evolve, but eventually becomes a Typhlosion. No. If you commit to it being a Quilava, it can never evolve past a Quilava, and then it will stay counting as a Pokemon that can evolve once. Because how many times it evolves is also important. Because out of those minimum 3 that can evolve, you also need at least 1 Pokemon that can evolve twice. Like a Cyndaquil, like a Caterpie, like a Pidgey. So many options. Hey, Decaying Fury, welcome. I like your profile image. It's Guzma. Your boy Guzma, he's cool. I decided to start with Silver because it's one of the earlier gens, and I decided it'd probably be smart to start with some of the earlier gens, because you can, after you beat a game, move up with everything with the Pokemon that you have caught. Although I'm not sure, what if you white out in a Nuzlocke? Can you still move them around? I'm actually gonna look that one up immediately in the FAQs. Foreverlocke. Questions, no. FAQ. No. 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 Blue shiny, no. What do I have? Faint. A run is successful only if the player survives the playthrough up until the credits roll. At that point, they can do la la la, yeah. What if I faint? What if I have a whiteout? I'm gonna have to look that one up a bit later, because I don't want to spend too much time, because I want to get going. Guzma is currently low. Yeah, you move all monsters at the end of a run regardless. Okay. Is that in one of the FAQs as well, so I can just read it as well? And not just hear it from one person? Only dead ones are the ones that do. Yeah, I assumed that. They still want to just catch as much as possible. Like, it's not, sometimes in a Nuzlocke, even in a Hardcore Nuzlocke, you catch a bunch of Pokemon that you never consider using. But now you're forced to use certain Pokemon, especially from early game. And I'm intending to do one standard Hardcore Nuzlocke of every generation before doing any transferings. Yes, whiteout as in your entire team dies and the run is over. But I want to do one standard Nuzlocke with these rules of every generation first before helping myself with, let's say, ooh yeah, let's use the Silphco Lapras from Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Silver because it'll really help against Lance. I think it's in the regular rule set. Alright, I'll have to look at that. I may have just misremembered. Alright, let's think of a name. If you have name suggestions for my character, go for it. I know what I'm going to call my character in Yellow. I'm calling that one Nob after Nob Agisawara, who's done the translations for a lot of the minor text in the first good amount of generations of Pokemon games. I'm gonna call this guy. What's our first? What's the first guy? Boop. I'm gonna call him Boop. Yeah, we are Boop. I don't think this game is a potion, does it? Boo, no potion. You do get a free potion, I guess, from the Professor's Aid in a second. La la la. La 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 la. You do have to remember that the moment the level cap changes, or their death happens, I keep track of it in the overlay. And when I get a new Pokemon, I put it in the overlay as well. And then I have the Nuzlocke generator where I keep track of a bunch of stuff. I'll probably forget something at some point. What day is it? I just did my final work day for the week, so it's a Friday. No, it's not daylight saving, no. Yep, that's right. Yes. And then she still uses 3 sentences to explain how to use the phone. I know how to use my phone, Mom. Are you deaf? Hello? Not Mom's friend. I thought you were home. Okay, bye. It's not a walkthrough. I don't need to talk to literally everyone. Hi, Professor. Mr. Pokemon. Is he gonna lay eggs for us? I've decided which Pokemon I want to have already as my starter. Because the rest is, well, let's say the Route 29 Pokemon is pretty likely what it will be. But we don't know yet. I've decided what Pokemon I want as my starter and what I'm going to commit it to. Like in Yellow, it's easy. It's going to be Pikachu as your starter, and you have to commit it to the middle stage. Like, this, well, for the can evolve once, because that Pikachu cannot evolve. We're not taking Cyndaquil. Even though I'd love to put Quilava in the Hall of Fame early, I think we have the best shot with Totodile and then committing it all the way to a Feraligatr. Because, one, it learns a bunch of HMs. Surf included, and Surf Stab is just really nice. I don't want to have Surf Stab. And also, you can just buy the TM for Ice Punch in Goldenrod Department Store for 3,000 Pokédollars. And the Totodile, well, Feraligatr learns that. Which is really good against Lance. So, that's my thought process. Eventually, I'll use all the starters many times because I have to put all of them in the Hall of Fame. But that's my thought process to start off with. Alright, Totodile's nickname. He says his name is question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah, I can see some people... I can see why some people thought in the original games to call him question mark, question mark, question mark. I didn't. I think I understood. Not at the time he said his... Like, he said, oh, trainer, question mark, question mark, wants to battle. Not at that time. But when the policeman asked me for, like, oh, you forgot his name, then I actually gave him a normal name. Alright, Totodile's nickname. We get to decide that. And then immediately I'm gonna put some stuff in. This Nuzlocke tracker. Oh, Totodale's so cute. What's the town called? Newbark. Suggestions in the chat for Totodile? Oh no, actually I already decided on Totodale's nickname. It was gonna be called Tidal. Chompa? I do like Chompa. I like that name, but considering I'm gonna have so many playthroughs of this and so many different games, I'll end up with another Totodile at some point. I do like the name Chompa. There's a few Pokemon that could work with. Alright, let's look at our title. This is our title. Let's see, it is a boy title. With Scratch and Leer. Nickname, title, can put that in as well. It would be great if I could put the Nuzlocke tracker and the stream chat just on the same screen. And it's in a normal Pokeball. Once I have a few more Pokemon, I'll show you what the Nuzlocke tracker looks like, the image. So I have a better idea of that. Do I want that berry on me? Probably just for convenience, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna take it off right now because the Nuzlocke hasn't even started. Yes, I am declaring this one as a Foreverlocke. Yes, this one is declaring as a Foreverlocke slot. Because I want to make use of this as much as possible with Surf, with Ice Punch. Hopefully I'll get Pokemon that can learn other HMs as well, because Foreverlocke can learn a lot of them. So I may be forced to remove Ice Punch at some point if I don't get the other team members. But if I feel that coming... Because if I just have Surf and Ice Punch, I'll be okay, I think. But if I feel it coming that I need, let's say, something with Whirlpool, I think Foreverlocke learns that too. And nothing else can learn Whirlpool on my team, then maybe like the Force Death just to add something that can learn Whirlpool. Now we can do a little bit of trading on the way, because the Nuzlocke doesn't start until you get your Pokeballs. Officially, in terms of death. I'll still try to just survive, but the Nuzlocke doesn't officially start, so I can take a bit more risk. That's why I took the healing item off. In Pokemon Silver, though, first level cap for the gym leader, level 9. Highest level for the first gym leader is level 9, which is the lowest in any Pokemon game. Even the remakes have it at level 12, I think. Also, I chose Silver over Gold just because of the sprites. They didn't want to do Crystal immediately, even though Crystal's cool. Has the moving animations at the start of a Pokemon battle, like Wild Battle and stuff, but I wanted Silver because I know the sprites the least. I had Crystal growing up, my brother had Gold. Neither of us is Crystal, so let's take a look at some of these sprites, because Gen 2 had 3 different sprites sometimes. Although Crystal is just moving versions of a Gold or Silver one on some occasions. Now, even though I do say a Shiny Claws is in the standard Nuzlocke rules, yes. But not in Foreverlocke. Now you can catch whatever you want in the Foreverlocke rules, because some games do require you to catch a bunch of things to progress, like Legends Arceus and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But like the standard way I do Shiny Claws is if I find a shiny on a route that I've already caught a Pokemon or had my first encounter, I can catch it, I can use it. Here you can catch it, sure. However, you cannot use it. Ever. But you can keep it for your own personal collection if you want, but that's it. You cannot use it in this playthrough or any other future playthrough if you've already done... if you've already had the encounter for that route. I don't know how this training thing works. Yeah, they created it. I can still choose. I like to have shiny claws. Considering the low chance of having a shiny. Maybe in the games where it's a lot more likely. I might change it. But for most games, I'm not sure. I'll probably decide when I see the shiny. And then I do have to make the call for any other games as well. Because if I commit to the first shiny, let's say it's a shiny Geodude, then I have to commit to being able to use it. Or not. I'll probably allow it. Because how low the chances are. I want Pokeballs. But I can't buy them yet. That's next time in Cherry Grove. Thing is, before Cherry Grove the next time, we're given 5 Pokeballs, but we can already catch 2 Pokemon. Route 29 or Route 46. That one's often forgotten. But we can get a 46 encounter as well. Yeah, we're already 4 berries in. To the 7 we need for that Miltank. I'm pretty sure we only get the team for Snore or something. Thing is, with the potential of transferring Pokemon and items, because this generation didn't introduce held items, you can hold TMs. Any Pokemon that I transfer to another Gen 2 playthrough, or potentially another generation for the future, like, let's say, move it up to a Gen 7, I could transfer my Master Ball, I could transfer the TMs, although I'm not sure if you could transfer the TMs and held items. I don't think go through home, do they? Certain items, even though they can be held in some games, maybe don't even exist in others. Like TM33 can be held, but that's Ice Punch in this game. It's not Ice Punch in most other games. I hope my Route 29 encounter will be a Hoothoot. I hope I do not get a Rattata. I'd prefer also not have 2 Hoothoot, but we'll see. Because even though this is what I call my first playthrough, I've already done a small start on Pokemon Yellow as well, because I wanted to start 2 days ago. But I didn't have time and the availability to properly stream until right now. Just due to work mostly, and also doing stuff with my partner and having plans things with them. So everything that has been caught and is alive and is committed in that yellow playthrough, I cannot use here. I'll count the yellow playthrough as playthrough 2. This one is number 1. I intend to stream this one fully. Yellow not. I don't intend to stream all of what I do. But some of my playthroughs I will, just like Silver. I intend to fully stream this one. I have never lost any Nuzlocke, even Hardcore Nuzlockes. With the more strict rules of this, with you being forced to have certain not fully evolved Pokemon on the team, and not being able to switch between certain Pokemon, like you might be stuck with 2 Pidgeys and a Butterfree, or a Pidgeot and a Butterfree, and then not being able to switch to the Lapras you caught, that makes it harder as well. So, somewhere in this Foreverlocke, I will probably see the first Nuzlocke I ever lose. It's good at it so you can use stuff like Pikachu to help with the moving. Yeah, I intend to do that. Absolutely. I will have a storage box ROM that's literally just there to be a storage box. And that's it. Oh no, they stole a Pokemon. I believe there's an item somewhere here. Somewhere on these flowers. There we go. I remembered. I used to do Crystal Cinco bingos, and I remember some of it. I learned some more hidden item spots. cannot go over level 9 because that's level cap of the next gym. If I do, I can't use that Pokemon for that gym. Simple as that. And if the rest of the team dies, that's considered a wipe. I can't exactly say, oh yeah, oops, I overleveled my Totodile to level 10 for the gym. Let me swap it out for a level 7 that I'll temporarily only use for the gym battle. That's not how it works, because according to Foreverlocke rules, I can never switch out this Totodile until it dies. And I kind of prefer the starters to get in. Because like Rattata, Pidgey, whatever, I'll get enough chances to catch those and add those to the Hall of Fame at some point. Even though they're not great Pokemon. But eventually, I'll want to put them in the Hall of Fame, so I'll try it. But I can also see me intentionally letting them die, stuff like Pidgey and Rattata, just to have better team members for that first playthrough. And then have the help of other Pokemon on, let's say, a second playthrough of Gen 2, and let's say it's Crystal. I haven't decided yet, but let's say I do Crystal second. I have help from other Pokemon. And I know I might have certain better moves as well because of what I transfer with the TMs. And then I might want to have a Caterpie on the team. Add another level, add Rage. I kind of remembered something. Didn't you get to say you have to try to use every Pokemon in your team during gym battles? Don't remember? If that's in the video, like in one of the things that they said, then I guess that could be something they do. If that's the case, I can think about it. But I'll probably... I can still do Foreverlocke the way I want to do it. No one's forcing me to do anything. I intend to use most of the rules that were set up by Lids, because I like a lot of them. But I can do a slight difference, maybe. Let's see if we coincidentally come across a thief. Oh my god, it is a thief. It is the red-haired guy from before. I wonder if he is related to anyone in Team Rocket. He has a leaf. We should stare at the leaf. Laser beam attack. Okay, fine, we'll just scratch. We're level 7, we'll be fine. And I still intentionally do not have the berry equipped because the Nuzlocke officially hasn't started. I think this takes the longest in any Pokemon game to get Pokeballs. In terms of the battles you have to do at least. Actually, no, you have at least one rival battle in Gen 6 as well. No, you have it in Gen 9. Feels like it takes a while. Definitely having to do 2 routes twice before you get your first few Pokeballs. And then having to do that first route again, a 3rd time, to get to the March where you can buy more, to get more than 5 Pokeballs. Alright. Toted it out to level 8, so it's already 1 level. We don't even have Pokeballs yet, and Totodile is already 1 level away from the level cap. So I'd better start using the other Pokemon. My name's question mark. Oh, you already said it. I do like that to avoid the confusion about his name not necessarily being question mark, that he says, oh no, you saw my trading card, and then he walks away, doesn't actually mention his name. Alright, what do we call him? What was our name? I already forgot what our character's name was. Oh yeah, Boop. Let me put in the character's name called Boop. When challenging the gym, the Pokemon League or equivalent milestones, all Pokemon usually must be within 5 levels difference from each other. I normally do that anyway. I level everyone up as much as possible. Will be harder with a Force EXP share than Gen 8 and 9. I'm not looking forward to Nuzlocking either of those. If during a playthrough you have an entire team's HP reduced to 0, that playthrough ends. All fainted Pokemon are released, and all boxed Pokemon are moved out of that playthrough to wherever carryover Pokemon are stored. Okay, yeah, you can keep those. So if I would die in Pokemon Yellow, I'd still keep the Magikarp. What's the like the evil side of Boop? Snoot. Sure. But no, Boop the Snoot is positive. Flick. Like, Boop is nice. Flick is not nice. I'm gonna go you Flick. That's not a bad word in any language, right? Just to make sure. Sudden a quick movement, the cinema films, movement of the fingers, a group of hares or rabbits. No, not a bad word. You are Flick. Hi. Here is egg. Here you go. Yes, very egg. Is this the only main Pokemon game where you get the Pokedex for someone that isn't the region's professor or an assistant? Because like in Gen 5 and Black 2, White 2, you get it from Bianca, who was working as Juniper's assistant. So you still indirectly get it from Juniper. Gen 6, Professor Sycamore, via one of your friends, gives it to you. So effectively, you still get it from the professor. Here, yeah, you get it from the professor, but not the professor from this game. What about the spray bottle? Did I miss something? Received a Pokeball. Well, one Pokeball? I think this is the name Pokeball. Oh, we have begun. 5 Pokeballs, yeah. And so what I couldn't have in yellow is a Pikachu, which we can't get here. 2 Pidgey, 1 committed to Pidgey, 1 committed to Pidgeot. A Spearow committed to a Fearow. A Mankey committed to become a Primeape, and a Rattata that's just Rattata. So if we catch a Rattata here, because of 2 playthroughs at the same time going on, which I don't intend to do, like, for most of my playthroughs, I intend to have it just be one at once, and maybe I'll stream one for a while, and then, let's see, so after I'm done with Silver, I'll finish Yellow, and then I might, and I don't stream Yellow, but then I might stream doing Ruby, and then I don't stream me doing Platinum, or something. I don't know, I've yet to figure that one out. But that might be how I do it. That way I balance it a bit with how much time I have for streams. Are we gonna learn how to catch Pokemon? Spray Bottle's the evil side of Boop. Not sure I understand. How that is an opposite or an evil side of poop. There's a very high chance of us encountering a Hoot Hoot. If we catch him, what do I commit it to? Well, I'll think about that one myself. I already learned about from the other game, where I committed to some of the lower evolutions a bit too early. So now I'm forced to have certain Pokemon for the full Evos that I don't really want. And I end up with 2 fully Evoed Pokemon for commitments. Which are, I think, Pidgeot in that one, and then Fearow. Like, as soon as anything dies that isn't my Pidgey that is committed to the evolving twice. Well, no, to not evolving, but being able to evolve twice. Then I can replace it with a 3rd full Evo and Gyarados. Doesn't mention using every member, but it'll say they can't be more than level 5. Okay. Yeah, here's Hoot Hoot. It's level 2! Boo. Okay, Rage. Roar! How to use Rage? I don't use Rage again, because then I'll KO the Hoot Hoot and I'll already lose the encounter. And sometimes, intentionally losing encounters might be a good thing if you know you don't want to use that Pokemon in a certain, let's say, commitment slot. But I feel like early on I just want to get a good collection together. I only have 5 Pokeballs. I'm not gonna go to Route 46 yet before I get more Pokeballs. And once I have this Hoot Hoot trained up a little bit, I can use that Hoot Hoot to help weaken the next Pokemon. Instead of being stuck with Tidal, who will KO with any more hits on this Hoot Hoot. There's a very high chance to catch this one, considering it's catch rate. Come on. I don't want to lose my first encounter. There we go, Hoot Hoot. Okay, so level 2 female Hoot Hoot. Yes. Add a new Pokemon. Hoot Hoot is level 2, Route 29. It's a female. And it was caught in a Pokeball. That I already know. But what is its nickname? What do we name the birdie? Hey, Intrepid Sword. What is a Foreverlocke? In short, it's a Nuzlocke series, a Hardcore Nuzlocke series that goes across multiple games and generations, where you want to have every Pokemon, including regional forms, in the Hall of Fame at some point. For a detailed description of exactly what it is, you can go to the link in the description of this stream. There's a link to a video made by the person who came up with the idea of the Foreverlocke, explaining it in full detail. Also, I just realized I never put Totodile on the screen. And now, while I and you guys everyone in the chat helped me come up with Hoot Hoot nickname, because you can give suggestions that I might really like and go with it. I'm gonna add Hoot Hoot to the overlay. Where is the Hoot? There is the Hoot Hoot. Yes, yes, Hoot Hoot need a Hoot Hoot name. Also, what am I going to commit it to? Because I immediately want to put the order in the overlay as well. I wanted to have the full Evos first, then the single Evos. Well, the full Evos as in final evolution cannot evolve. Then the single Evos, then the double Evo. Just for easy reference if I forget which one is which. Hoot Hoot. Do I want Noctile commitment, or is this my can evolve once? Thing is, it's... I want to go Noctile. Because the can evolve once Pokemon can still be middle stage, and this one doesn't really have a middle stage. Yeah, and that way, if this not amazing cannot evolve Noctile, or still as Hoot Hoot, would die, I can replace with something really good, potentially. So I'll commit this one to Noctile. Okay, we're calling it TikTok. I like the name TikTok. Or Duolingo, I do like that one too, but I like TikTok. I'll go with TikTok. They're Spanish lessons. I'll go with TikTok. It has, let's see, we have TikTok with tackle and growl. Yeah, I don't think there's no abilities in this game yet, nor nature. So I don't need to add any of that. What I can check is my trainer ID. 64213. 64213. You can add that to the Nuzlocke tracker as well. Spanish or vanish? Nice one. Now we have our encounter from this route. I go to the Poké Center, get more Pokeballs. I probably want to level up Hutu 1 or 2 levels before I even go to any other routes, so Route 30 or 46. How many runs is generally? Like, no idea, because no one's ever completed it. Considering every Nuzlocke, you can only have 6 Pokemon in the Hall of Fame. And with there currently being 1,063 Pokemon, including regional forms, you can do a calculation of how many minimums, purely based on that number. A lot. So this is a lifetime achievement thing. That will go across many years. That's one of the reasons why I'm not going to stream all of them. So I can do them in my own time, in little portions, and get it done quicker. If I even ever get it done. Because Lids, who came up with this entire idea of the Foreverlocke, is now, I think, in the 50th stream? And has like 160 or something Pokemon in the Hall of Fame? But note, getting to the Hall of Fame means beating the champion, or whatever equivalent it is that gets you to the credits in a game. If anything, let's say, if 2 of your Pokemon die in the E4, you're only adding 4 to the Hall of Fame. And once you're clear to the Hall of Fame, you cannot then, refight the E4 and add 6 different ones. No. That's not how it works. You got one shot. And if you, with these more difficult rules, it's more likely that you have a whiteout, aka your entire team dies. And which means you just restart the run completely and you don't get any Hall of Famers. Someone said like 178 perfect runs. I want to run the calculator. Calculator. 1063 divided by 6 is 177.166666666. So yeah, 177 perfect runs plus 2 Pokemon. 1 or 2. No, this is 1/6. So 177 perfect runs, assuming you can, like, with the transfers that all works out. 177 perfect runs, and you have 1 Pokemon left. So yeah, 178 total. At the very minimum, if you purely look at the total number. But whenever anyone gets to that point, we'll probably have a Gen 10 by then. Dear God, that says the horrible if you're not playing at 16 speed. It can. I don't expect to ever finish with the Foreverlocke, but it seems like a really cool thing that I can work on sometimes. And I do like Pokemon, I do like challenging myself, I like doing Nuzlockes, and this gives me like a very much long-term goal, which keeps me playing, which keeps me interested, which is really cool. But also it's a new type of way to tackle the Nuzlocke with some of the team building rules and restrictions. So I enjoy that as well. I am going to be careful of the potential crit chance and switch here, even though it's a level 3 Hutu. I just want to make sure I am leveled up a little bit. Also, to save myself some time during the grinding process, once I get to the gyms, maybe it won't be as necessary when I get the Falcon with his ace only being level 9. But I think the ace of Bugs is level 16, 17. Probably most of my Pokemon will not be at that level yet, maybe one of them. But I beat pretty much every trainer along the way, and until I get to the point of fighting Bugsy, or whoever else is the next person that I fight. But then I might just, considering I am playing on ROMs, I might edit in rare candies and just rare candy myself up. Actually, I'd like that this Hootoo goes completely over the Pokeball. Can I do that? Make slightly bigger than overlay. Hehe, Hootoo ball. I caught it in a Hootoo ball. Yeah, imagine like 177 perfect runs and getting stuck in a solo run. That would be something. And your solo run is your favorite Pokemon, which means I can never use Kolava before it. Considering there's 177 perfect runs before. Well, I can have Kolava momentarily on the run to Typhlosion, but that's it. Like this run, if it goes perfect, I would put Feraligatr in the Hall of Fame, which means that for 12 levels, I will have a Croconaw. But then I might end up doing the solo for the Croconaw again. I should switch already. The Rattata's tackle can probably crit take me out, especially after a tail up. I'll just go level 3 and then catch a Pokemon. People whose favorite is Sunkern. Yeah, Sunkern can evolve once, so that'll be the can evolve once slot. Because at least 3 of your team members on your team have to be a Pokemon that can evolve. And out of those 3, at least one has to be able to evolve twice, and then you cannot evolve any of those. Well, if you catch a Caterpie but you commit it to the Metapod slot, which is the can evolve once slot, then obviously you can evolve that Caterpie to become a Metapod. But you can never evolve past the Metapod. I think you'd use up all forms of the stars by that point. Probably. Yay, TikTok level 3. Yeah, I'm not gonna do too much grinding because that's annoying. And as I said, I might just cheat in some rare candies once I've actually beaten a lot of trainers, some wild Pokemon to do some grinding at least. But that'll just save me so much time and frustration potentially. Technically, also risk of dying to any like wild crits or whatever, or moments I don't pay attention, yeah. But it's gonna save me so much time that I would say it's worth it. So that's why I decided, yeah, this trading of this Hootoo is gonna take forever. Also, I'm gonna catch 2 more Pokemon that are low level very soon anyway. We have Route 46 and Route 30 to go. Some people who enjoy Incineroar, yeah, I think we all know the outcome of that. Well, Incineroar is a good Pokemon. I think the early games, especially Red and Blue, the movesets for a lot of opponents, even the E4 and stuff, aren't very good. I think, is it, you have Red and Blue Slowbro and Lorelei. It's like, ooh, Psychic Water type. It has Water Gun, it doesn't even use Psychic. I think. It doesn't have a Psychic move besides Amnesia, and then its best Water move is Water Gun. That's it. Alright, let's catch ourselves a Pokemon. We're not playing Crystal, so we cannot get Fampi. Route 46, I want to say, is Geodude, Rattata, Hoothoot as possibilities. I would not complain about a Geodude. I'd like to see Geodude. Not whatever this is. I don't want to fight right now. I don't. Like, I'll fight you for the XP, but not with TikTok, because TikTok is the one that's going to weaken the other Pokemon. I normally play this game on mono sound. I have it on stereo now, and it's so weird. It's nice, but it's so weird. Certain, like, any sound effect that comes, that's like growl from Hoothoot, or the scratch hitting Hoothoot, that's only in my right ear. Totodle's cry is only in my left. It's weird. Like, half the instruments for this root music. Excuse me. Half the instruments for this root music are in my left ear. The other ones are on my right. Something I like that they did in Crystal as well. The moment you enter a new area, any new route or whatever, it shows you the name of that route. Or town. Or cave. Alright, Route 46 encounter. We get... Ah. Remember how I said I was committing to a Noctowl with the Hoothoot, which by the way I haven't written down yet? Because of the yellow playthrough and that one being committed to the Rattata slot, this one is committed to Raticate, which means I immediately am committed with my first 3 Pokemon to the max 3 cannot evolve Pokemon. So the next 3 have to be able to evolve. If the fourth Pokemon I catch, for whatever reason, cannot evolve, I'm not allowed to use it on the team. I didn't buy new Pokeballs! I went there to heal and buy new Pokeballs. I didn't buy new Pokeballs. I better catch this in max 3. Alright, at least I caught the Rattata. Alright. We get to come up with the nickname. If you want to put your suggestions in chat, go for it. Meanwhile, I'll add an image of Rattata to the overlay. Where is our little rat? I don't have an image of the rat ready, so that's why I have the Kintsugi Mori art page open. The red and blue art for Rattata. There we go. Wait, this is red and blue rat. I don't want this one. I need gold and silver rat. No, I should still have red and blue rat, because I think the other official arts came in Gen 3, because then they changed the art style. So I did want that Rattata. Oops. Here we go, rat. And remember, this is a Rattata that is committed to the Raticate slot. It is committed to becoming a Raticate. It is a female Rattata. So, Rattata... Female... Was it level 3? I think it was level 3. Route 46. And I'm pretty sure it does tackle. And it was caught in a Pokeball. I can put that one in. Yeah. Once we catch level Route 30 Pokemon, I'll show you exactly what this Nuzlocke tracker looks like. That's a queen, like a rat king, where your Raticate would be female. I know it's female, but Remy, we need to motivate the teams. Anyone can cook. Is that the reference to Ratatouille? No stream data? What? What do you mean no stream data? I think I'm good. Hello, can you all hear me? Apparently the stream was down for a moment. There were issues, and it's like, oh yeah, stream ending if there's no data for a while or something. But then it suddenly jumped back. It's streaming fine on my end. You had no issues? Okay, yeah. It was just being weird. I suddenly lost all my analytics as well, and I couldn't see any like the viewers and amount of views list. It all just went blank. So that's weird. Anyway, Oliviero, we can do that. Remy for the Ratatouille reference. Queen. Oliviero sounds like a male name. I like it though. I'll go Oliviera to make it female. Oliviera. Save first. Just in case something weird happens. Stream still working on my end. Sounds good. Alright. So Rattata was level 2. My mistake. Moves or tackle tail whip. And now let's immediately write some more down. My third Pokemon here. It's a Rattata that's going to become Eradicate. I'm writing this out of my just a Word document to keep track of what everyone's slot is. So Rattata. What do we call it? Oliviera. Oliviera. Just Eradicate slot, which is the full Evo. I mean, Hoothoot is, what's that? Pokedex number for Hoothoot. 163. So it's 163 to 164. Hoothoot called TikTok. And the Noctowl slot, which is also a full Evo. It's not now, but they're committed to it. I think I have everything written down. We move on to Route 30 and hope we don't get a Rattata, because we... Well, if we can't get a Rattata, then we just catch another Pokemon on the route, because at that point, Duplicate's Clause becomes in effect. Buy Pokeballs! Oh, okay, I almost forgot to buy Pokeballs again. Pokeballs! At least 10 of them. We don't get Premier Balls in this gen yet. That's next gen. What other items do we have? We have berries, we have some potions, one poison cure berry. Considering the bugs we might see, I'll get 2 antidotes. Is there any Paralyzed coming up anytime soon? I don't think so. Awakening? Hoothoot doesn't get Hypnosis early, I don't think. No. Alright, so do I have the Pokeballs? Yes, just making sure that I actually got the Pokeballs. Alright, any guesses? What will my encounter be on Route 30? What's the 4th member of the team gonna be? Give me a few seconds to type it. Here we go. It's a rat, and we can't catch that because I currently have. And the other one, I already have a Rattata and Eradicate thing set. How does this work in the official Foreverlocke challenge rules? You may only use the first Pokemon you encounter in the wild or each area in battle on a per playthrough basis. Whichever is the first one to initiate a battle sequence is your official encounter. Yeah, I think this is in the video, but I don't remember. About the Dupe's Claws. I don't think Hoppip is a morning Pokemon, I think. It's nighttime now, so it's definitely not Hoppip. I don't remember how they said about Dupe's Claws, because I cannot catch a Rattata, because I already have a Rattata and a Raticate commitment. So I'm just going to switch and use this one for EXP. Because you can actually end up with a Rattata and another Rattata on the team. Because they're committed to different slots. That is an interesting thing about this game. I normally only apply that when I've split evolutions, like Oddish. If I catch an Oddish in Gen 2, then I don't have to commit that one to either Vileplume or Blossom yet, but the moment I catch a second one, I have to commit both. Before I even play further. I have to commit both to one becoming the Vileplume, one becoming the Blossom. Tiki-Toki level 4. Something else. We got one more encounter. That's just how I'm gonna rule it. I don't remember how Lids does it, but if there's a possible encounter, I'm gonna get it. Let's hope it's not a hoot. I had this on yellow as well, where I got a Pidgey, and then I got a Pidgey, and then the next route I got a Spearow, so I got 3 birdies. At least Spearow has Peck, so it can make use of its flying type and super effectiveness. Pidgey doesn't. It doesn't get a flying move until wing attack like level 27 or something, and that's still as powerful as Peck. Quick attack and gust, which it starts with, are still stronger than wing attack in that gen. Alright, well we have to catch this Hoothoot now, because that is our encounter. But hey Alka, you already have a Hoothoot that goes against Nuzlocke rules. Isn't this Dupe's Claws? No, because in the Foreverlocke, you commit a Pokemon to whatever evolutionary stage you want it to get to immediately, and that's the Pokemon that's considered obtained. I committed Hoothoot, the Hoothoot to Noctowl. So if I decide to catch this one, because I can choose to just take this one out or run and forego this entire route for this playthrough. I won't try to in this case, but I have to commit it to the Hoothoot slot because I already have a Noctowl slot. Which means this will be one of the Can Evolve Once Pokemon. There's 1,008 Pokemon available, but we count regional forms, such as Alolan Muck, Hisuian Zoroark, Paldean Wooper, stuff like that. We count those separate for the Foreverlocke. Alright, let's catch ourselves a second Hoothoot. Because Foreverlocke rules allow it. Stay in the dang ball. I have to train up another level 2 Hoothoot. Wasn't there someone earlier who had another really good Hoothoot nickname? Besides TikTok? And I went with TikTok because I like that one more. This can be the other one. Let me scroll back. Oh, Duolingo. Yeah, that was it. This one's Duolingo. So it's level 2 male Hoothoot. That new Pokemon. Already know it's level 2. This one's Duolingo. And the thing is, it's gonna stay a Hoothoot. So in some sense, it's fitting. You have Duolingo the Hoothoot. Alright, let's fill out my different forms. Starting with the stream overlay. Where I'm literally just gonna copy this first Hoothoot. Paste a second Hoothoot. And put it over here. So that's that for the overlay. Lids, hey! I just wanted to pop in and say hi. Wish I could stay longer. Wishing the best in your run. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I already have 2 Hoot Hoots. I have TikTok and Duolingo. Chat's helping me decide on nicknames. Alright, let's put it in a Nuzlocke generator. After that, I can show you exactly what that image looks like. It's a Hoot Hoot called Duolingo. Cotton Root 30. This one is a boy. Also with Tackle and Growl. And it was caught in a Pokeball because I don't have anything else yet. Even though you can't really see that it came from something else until you get to Gen 3, I think. That's when I showed the ball in the animation. Yeah, did I save already? I didn't put Raditz' nickname in. Oops. I thought I put Oliveira. There we go. Yeah, so that's our squad. Let me download this image. And then put it in the stream overlay so you can see what it looks like. You won't see all of the features as well as it'll look like a little bit later, but I can talk you through it relatively quickly. I do really like this Nuzlocke tracker. So I'll just put it over the entire screen here, so you can see it. So it'll say the type, the name of the game you're playing, and just the title you give the Nuzlocke. I'll just call it Silver Nuzlocke. The name and your trainer ID, you can put in a lot more things. Badge is in top right. I'm not sure why Boulder Badge is not under Zephyr Badge. It looks weird. Watching from my 3DS, the quality is horrible. And then you have your Pokemon with a cute image. I cannot choose the image, it's just whatever the program has. You see your nickname, name of the species of Pokemon, gender, level. Probably nature is behind that too once you get to Gen 3 and later. The moves it has right now, the Pokeball that it's caught in. And you can also see the Met's location, so that helps really keeping track of where you've caught something. So let's say I did Route 30, where I just caught Duolingo the Hoot Hoot. And I did that one completely without encounters. By accident, but I wasn't necessarily trying to get an encounter there. I could come back there later and get a surf encounter or a fishing encounter. But I needed to make sure, hey, did I ever get a Pokemon there? And I can use that Met location to verify that. Because I used to have a Nuzlocke where I had a large piece of paper where I was writing everything down, or I might have a Microsoft Word document open where I write down every potential location with wild encounters, and then write down whatever the encounter was for that route, and then whatever is still open, I can get something there. But this is another easy way to track. You can just look that up. And then you can see the level that you met it at, like the TikTok Hoot Hoot. Met location, Route 28, level 2, and you can see, hey, it's level 4 now. I haven't had a Pokemon die yet, but you can put a death reason. Yeah, I'll link it to you in a second. But I'm pretty sure you can put a death reason when a Pokemon dies, and it'll be at the bottom. I know Pokemon, your box will be put in the in a small section at the bottom as well, just with nickname and species, I believe. And then if something dies, I believe you can also put. Now it'll show what level it started at, when you caught it at, and then what level it does. So let's say TikTok the Hoot Hoot would die at level 7. It'll say like TikTok Hoot Hoot level 2-7, like showing it went from 2 to 2 and then died at 7. And then I'd write down the death reason. Faulkner got a stupid critical hit with Pidgey. Or had to sacrifice it to get a save switch into Totodile. That could be whatever, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. I will link you to the Nuzlocke generator. I'm pretty sure it saves, like using like cookies or whatever, it saves whatever you have in your own computer. I'll put it in the live stream chat. Here you go. I have one for yellow and I have one for silver, and I intend to use one there for all my Foreverlocke ones, and potentially adding others as well. But yeah, that is what I use. That's what it looks like. I'll remove it now because it's blocking the gameplay screen. And I would like to do more gameplay. I like gameplay. I like playing a game. So you have 2 level 2 Pokemon, level 4 and a level 8. I think for a bit, I might just use the level 4 and level 8, because I don't feel like training 2 different Utu. No, actually I'll train Oliveira as well, to have a bit of variety, and Oliveira does get quick attack, which is nice. And I don't want to, because if I just do TikTok, I have to switch a title too much for a safe switch. And then Tato can over-level quickly enough. No, we don't have to do Sprout Tower before the gym. I'll probably do that after the gym, because the Sprout Tower ends with a level 10. It's 2 level 7s and level 10. The gym is just... Gym badge is level 7, level 9, that's it. So I'll do gym first. And I intend to fight the trainers along the way. I'm trying to think what level Hooter learns Peck. Don't tell me, please. I'm not gonna look most of these things up. I'm also not gonna look up movesets for gym leaders if I'm surprised by it. Oh wait, that one does know Psychic? Even though I had, let's say, a fighting type out, and then I lose Pokemon because of that? That's too bad. It's gonna be really frustrating, but I feel like it's part of the challenge at the same time. Getting Oliveira up some levels might be a bit troublesome too. Yeah, maybe I'll just do it with TikTok and Toto. No, it would be good to be able to use Rattata. Let's get it up 1 level and then try from there. It's in a safe environment. Battle with it, and then once it's level 3, I equip a berry and go with it. Because they do have 4 berries. This reminds me of one specific gym trainer, but I'm not saying anything. Smart AI can be a hindrance often. Can. Yes. Does not have to be, but can, yeah. A specific gym trainer. I know there's some trainers in general that can be really frustrating. I know in X and Y, I think in the cave towards Gym 3, there's a trainer with a sock, I want to say, that can really mess up runs. Same, again, in X and Y, once you exit Lumio City for the first time, on the route towards, like where the Battle Maison is, or is that the Chateau? I keep mixing the names up. Like the place with the castle and the Parfum Palace. Before you get there, there's a Psychic with a Kadabra. That can definitely be a run stopper. That's pretty scary. This is also scary. Why the hell did I stay in? Don't crit. Okay. Crit probably wouldn't have done it, but that was not smart. I'm trying to think which gym trainer you're referring to. Can you say if you're referring to a gym trainer from this game? Or, well, from this generation, so from Gen 2, or is it from a different generation? Yay, Oliveira level 3. The nice thing about the level up things, I don't have to manually like backspace the level and then put in a new thing. There's +1 and -1 buttons. Like, no, you cannot level down a Pokemon. But in case you accidentally press the level up button twice. So Oliveira's now level 3. If it would have accidentally pressed the button twice, it would have been level 4. I can then press the -1 button and get it back to level 3 again. For the tracker. And I don't intend to fight any wild Pokemon on the way up. so that I'm at full health once I get to the trainers, because the trainers do give more EXP. And hopefully with the youngster Joey and then the trainer after, we have a bit more XP, and then we can get through the rest of the route towards Violet City a bit quicker. Okay, got through that. Let's equip some berries. I'll probably not touch Duolingo much until we get to Violet, and then train it up a little bit. You're in the dang way, sir. I would like to fight a youngster Joey. Who has a level 4 Rattata, I want to say? So my level 3 Rattata probably isn't going to work. So I'll use my level 4 TikTok. And I use the Rattata against a level 2 Pidgey, I think the next person is. Well, he's trying to look for more Pokemon? Does he not trust his top percentage Rattata? They're dealing more damage than I am. Growl. Berry already, Berry. Not Berry? I'm below half. Where's my Berry? Is that end of turn? Yes, it is. Okay, Rad's is higher attack stat than Mewtwo. Noted. Makes sense. I would have expected that. It's like some would have asked, like in some kind of pop quiz, what is a higher base attack stat, Rattata or Hoothoot? I would have said probably Rattata. Hoothoot has a higher special defense. Pretty sure Hoothoot and Naruto have pretty good special defense. Why is my tackle missing? I would like to actually win this battle. And these tail whips are getting scary. How much damage? That's gonna KO next hit. And I've already used my berry. Well, that's fun. Wait, well, they made their attack strong again with Tail Whip, but Tail Whip doesn't affect Oliviera, and their Growl is still active. They don't need one more hit. Let's go Oliviera. Don't hit into the berry? Because that's another 3 damage. I don't hit into the berry. I keep it. Oliviera gets away! Yeah, Rad's also stab with the moves, but so does Hoothoot. They're both normal type. I beat you with my level 3 Rattata. Mine is better. You're pretty tough. Can I get your phone number? No. Because I'm not going to do the youngster Joey called me joke this time. This is just an early game safety getting to the Pokemon Center again. I know I have another berry, but I want to use it as a held item. I have some potions, but early game I'll just do safety, do a few more Pokemon Center visits. There's no limits on those. The Route 31, I think, is right after your mom calls? I think? I'm gonna look that one up, because that's where we got our next encounter. And then Dark Cave is an encounter. And then potentially Ruins of Alph is an encounter. And that's unknown anyway. And that's gonna be the one unknown, which counts as a cannot evolve slot. The one unknown we may ever use. And it might suck. So I might not use that unknown until I transferred up to Gen 6, 7. It's hidden power isn't an 8, so I'd want to use that unknown in Gen 7 just so that hidden power always has at least 60 power. I can use the program to just figure out what power it is. If it's anything below 60, especially if it's like 30 or something, I'm gonna transfer it up to Gen 7. Anyway, yeah, Route 31 starts right behind Mr. Pokemon's house, effectively. Okay. Are you gonna be updating the Winslow's desk with the offline games? Yes, I will. Yeah, your Canada home slot's already full. Correct. So, the unknown would not be allowed on my team. And I could not transfer it immediately because the run isn't over, but I'm hoping that I'm not forced to put an unknown on the team at any point. And if I am, then, well, I guess I'll just try and use it. Or I kill it, because I'll probably Gen 2 or... Like, Gen 4 has unknowns. In the ruins, in Solaceon. We can use that. Well, there's multiple places to get unknowns. But I'd like to transfer my unknown up. I think it's from Gen 2, you can only... Like, Gen 1 and 2, you can only transfer into Gen... Like, you can trade between each other. But then you can also transfer to Gen 7, I think is the first one that can receive them. I think. Gen 3 onwards, you can do every step. Because you had Pal Park from 3 to 4, like a pocket transfer with everything from 4 to 5. With 2 DSs. And then 5 into, like, the precursor to Pokemon Home. It was like Pokemon Bank or something. Yeah, Bank. And like 6, I don't think did that. But like into Bank and then Bank into Home or something like that. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And then Bank's gonna... Because the 3 issues gonna go. Maybe Gen 6 did that too. And it's gonna become free soon. Which reminds me, I still want to get Pokemon Crystal in the 3DS eShop, but I don't have the funds. I want to figure out if I can use the funds that are on my Switch in terms of eShop credit on my 3DS. Alright, Mikey, let's go. Pidgey. If I was playing this during the daytime, I would have had a pretty good chance of having a Pidgey at this point. Which I would have then had to commit to the Pidgeotto slot, the can evolve once slot. Due to the fact that I have a Pidgey and a Pidgeot commitment in yellow at the moment. Let's go, Oliviera! I forgot to add something for the Hoot Hoot in this document here. Hoot Hoot. What was the other Hoot Hoot's nickname? Duolingo. For the Hoot Hoot slot. And that's a single Evo. Because it can evolve once. I probably want to tail it once. Just to help both Oliviera and when I get to it, probably Hoot Hoot. I'm kind of scared now. Already. Go check out. I might need Toaded Alpha when I just play it safe. Or not. Or maybe I do. Come on. Yum, pizza. What kind of pizza? I think it was muted when I just said something, but this will probably be my last heal in Cherry Grove. I intend to push for Violet next, with the bit high levels that I have now. I'm not gonna fight all the trainers along the way. I will probably, because of a random wildlife encounter, have to go for the capture on whatever Route 31 gives me. But then I'll go to Violet, heal there, and then use that as my ports to then go back to Route 30 and 31 to fight all the trainers. Actually, I will just fight this bug catcher now. And then also get the Dark Haven counter. I won't be able to get Golem commitment because of the other commitments I already have. But I can still get Graveler, I think? Yeah. Because I still need a single... I need at least one double Evo, and then can evolve, still. A single or double. Yeah, 3 fully evolves, and 1 can evolve once. So, if I, let's say, catch Geodude next, and I commit it to Graveler because I like the Pokemon, I want to have it as high Evo as possible, then the 6th member has to be something that can evolve twice. So if the Pokemon after that is a Caterpie, I have to use Caterpie. Horsey and Krabby could work. Krabby evolves once, Horsey twice. Oh, the Unknown, yeah. The Unknown, I would not be allowed to add Unknown to the gym right now. But if Unknown's the only full Evo Pokemon I have in the box, or cannot evolve Pokemon that I have in the box, and one of my full Evo ones dies, so Oliviera, TikTok, or Tidal, I have to add Unknown. No matter how weak the hidden power is. I actually have a playthrough on I have Pokemon Gold, I think, on the 3DS eShop. I have an Unknown on my in-game team. Unknown F called Flavio has a ghost type hidden power. I don't know exactly what power, but it's strong for sure. Parameter also evolves once more because of Gen 9. Yeah, I forgot about that for a moment. I have an Annihilate like EV trained. I have it on my singles team for Gen 9, but I just forgot that it can evolve because it was a recent addition, and in Gen 1 it definitely doesn't. I have a Mankey on my team committed to Primate in yellow, but I forgot that it wasn't a full Evo. So now I have 2 full Evos. 3 can evolve once, and it can evolve twice on the team in yellow at the moment. Yeah, Mankey is can evolve twice Pokemon, yeah. Even in a generation where it doesn't exist, where Annihilate doesn't exist. Also, if I remember, at the end of at the start and end of every stream that I do for Foreverlocke, I'll show the Nuzlocke generator, like the tracker website, what my team looks like. Yep, have to remember that one and some of the others that got evolutions. So because regional variants are considered different Pokemon than the originals, Zigzagoon is still a Can Evolve Once Pokemon. But it's Galarian Zigzagoon that can evolve twice. The most interesting one, and Dunsparce that gives you the 1% encounter. Yeah, Dunsparce is an evolves one spawn as well, yep. Because of Gen 9. Mime Jr. is the most interesting case. Because Mime Jr., depending on the region you're in, evolves into either Mr. Mime or Galarian Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime does not evolve. Galarian Mr. Mime does. So because as a Mime Jr. there is the potential of it evolving twice, Mime Jr. counts as an evolve twice mon. We have one more berry, but I'm intentionally not putting that on Oliviata or TikTok because I want to keep that for the gym battle. For some safety there. This is just some safety for the early, like for the low level fights. And don't have to go to the Pokestone every fight, even though I still did that most of the time. But I'd like to have one for safety for the gym battle. No. I'd actually like to have all my money to buy TMs and stuff. And not have you buy super potions for me when I don't want them. This is Route 31. This will be our 5th Pokemon. Which cannot be something that cannot evolve. I believe everything that shows up here can evolve. Well, because it's nighttime, it might be a Hoothoot. We also still do not count Rattata. Because of this one being committed to Eradicate and the yellow one being a Rattata. Again, I don't intend to do multiple Foreverlocks at once because of moments like this and it can get really confusing. But I just wanted to start Foreverlocking 2 days ago, and I was able to do that with the offline one, which I decided to be yellow. But I intend this one to be treated as my first one and completing this one first. My dog is trying to steal some pizza with onions on it from me. Does your dog like onions? Or is it just, ooh, hey, you have food. I have food? I be nice. Can I has food, please? Is there chimkin on the pizza? More Rattata. I'm actually gonna check the Route 31 encounter challenges at nighttime. In Silver. Lot of 0%. Let's see, we have a 40%. Wait, where's Rattata? 40% Rattata, which we cannot use. We have a 40% Hoothoot, which we cannot use because we already have a Hoothoot and a Noctowl slot. So I know what the encounter will be. Because there's 3 different Pokemon that at nighttime we can encounter here. There's the potential during day or daytime or morning for Weedle, for Kakuna. For Leddyba. Well, Leddyba only morning. But at nighttime, there's just Hoothoot. There's Rattata above the 40%. And then the 20%. And because of the duplication rules and having certain sets already, we know what we're getting. We're gonna get the Veggie. We're gonna get the Bell. We're gonna get the Bell Sprout. Bellsprout. Bellsprout is a Pokemon that can evolve twice, so I could definitely use that as my evolves twice slot, because I don't know what's coming up. And there's a pretty good chance I'll get Geodude in the cave, although Zubat's pretty likely too. I already, due to Yellow, have a Crobat commitment. Even though Crobat doesn't exist in Yellow, I committed that one to the Crobat slot with the intention of transferring that one to Gen 7 so that I can use super strong Leech Life there at low levels. That's the entire idea. And I'm committing that one to Crobat so that I can still use Zubat and Golbat in the games where Crobat doesn't exist. Oliviera level 6. Yeah, and getting the Bellsprout early was really nice for coverage, because in yellow, I have, in terms of things that can be super effective, I have Thunder Shock on Pikachu, Low Kick on Mankey. I'm really happy I got the Mankey for Brock. Heck now on the Spearow. And then for the rest, it's Gust, Tackle, and Quick Attack on the 2 Pidgeys and the Rattata that I have. I did use a Chim for Water Gun on Rattata so that I wasn't forced into Mankey for every Geodude and Onix that I would encounter in my moon. Can you transfer the Crobat to Gen 2 or does VC not connect like that? Yeah, you can trade between 1 and 2. Yeah. So I could transfer the Crobat to Gen 2 as well. But I am choosing to transfer it to Gen 7. Because I want to make use of early game, of low level 80 power Leech Life. Zubat starts with Leech Life as its first move in Gen 1. But Leech Life became so much more powerful in Gen 7 that they swapped it out with Absorb for the move the Pokemon starts with. And then they taught it Leech Life, I think, much later on in this learn set. And Leech Life became a TM as well. Right, so remember, it's not counted as having an encounter on this route yet. Okay, Wade is looking that way in Silver. I think they look the other way in Crystal, like they stand here and look left. I'm gonna avoid Wade right now. Just to get the Poké Center. We don't really need the Poké Center right now, but I did say I wanted to get to here. And then we can get our encounters for Dark Cave and Route 31. Dark Cave, I think, is Geodude and Zubat at a pretty high chance, and then the 1% or 5% or whatever Dunsparce. I hope it's not Dunsparce. I don't like Dunsparce. And the thing is, I'm forced to use Dunsparce as well. Actually, I'll do the Dark Cave encounter first. Because I know I'm getting Bellsprouts, and Bellsprout, because of the team setup they have right now, Bellsprout could be committed to both the Evolves Twice slot and the Evolves 1 slot. The Evolves 1 slot for if I decide to go for Weeping Bell. But I'd like to check what I have here first. To help me choose what I want for Bellsprout. I think I know how to get to that item, but I'm not going to get there now. Encounter. Hello. There we go. Our encounter is a Zubat. And I have to use it on the team. The Zubat I caught in Mountain Moon in yellow was not one of the first 6. So I could immediately commit that one to Crobat. This one, I am unable to commit to Crobat 1 because I already have a Crobat commitment. Actually, if I didn't have a Crobat commitment already, could I still commit this one to Crobat? But then... No, I could, but I would be forced. Okay, let's imagine Crobat does not exist in this game. Can I catch this Zubat and then commit it to Crobat? And therefore not be allowed to use it in the game to leave the team slot open? Is that a thing? Duolingo, I choose you! Hoot 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 hoot. It feels a lot safer to weaken a Zubat with. Duolingo do the exact same thing that TikTok does. We'll just do this for a few turns unless you crit. Like you're dealing 3 damage. But at least it's safe, and a crit might not take that Zubat out. Watch it be a crit next turn and take the Zubat out. This is effectively 2 damage a turn. But it's the safe way to catch a Zubat. I don't know what Zubat catch rate is. Yeah, I know I already have a declared Crobat. I'm just imagining, what if Crobat didn't exist in this game? What if this was Gen 1 and it didn't exist? And I didn't already have that Crobat declared from Yellow. Just trying to think about the rules in that sense. In case it comes up in the future with something like that. Yeah, this one would have to be Golbat or Zubat. Alright, level 2 male Zubat. Yeah, it's a what if. Alright, Zubat nicknames, let's go. I'll add this one to the Nuzlocke tracker in the meanwhile. Zubat level 2 Dark Cave is a boy Zubat. In the Pokeball, we know it has Leech Life. Yay, we have a move that's not normal type. You have Scratch, Leer, Rage, Tackle, Growl, Tackle, Tail Whip, Tackle, Growl on the rest of the team. Do we have a Zubat image prepared for the overlay? Zubat. Do I? Images, livestream, gold and silver. I don't have a Zubat prepared. Again, that's why I have the Ken Sugimori art thing open. Get the red and blue art for Zubat. Because there is no gold and silver art because it was introduced in Gen 1. Add the Zubat. I can barely see Zubat. I kind of want to make him a little bigger, but then he extends too much to the other Pokemon, I think. The unfortunate bit about the sprite, I guess. Wait, it's gonna be behind that one, right? Yeah. It's like Hoothoot standing on the wing. I'd actually like that they touch like that. No, I'll make it smaller. No, I don't like that they touch. That's better. Alright, let's see those nickname suggestions. Has to be immediately traded up to the first gen. It can evolve into whatever mind you declare. Okay, so in that scenario, I would have to... So I could declare it as a Crobat, and then I would have to immediately trade it up. Okay. Zaza or Osborne... Let's think as well about what I want to commit it to, because we know we're getting either Bellsprout or Weepinbell, and it depends on whether this one is Zubat or Golbat. Golbat's decent, but I don't think there's great moves I wanna... There's like Wing Attack at 30. It's really not nice. I kinda wanna lose this Zubat. This will probably be one of the ones that I might want to sacrifice. And I prefer to sacrifice it for a single Evomon. Which means this one will be a Golbat. Because single Evomons is generally better than two Evomons. Which means Bellsprout will be just Bellsprout. Let's start with Vine Whip for real nice coverage. It gets Razor Leaf eventually. That's Sleep Powder. Gets Sludge Bomb. That's good. Alright, this will be a Golbat. So this is gonna be Golbat. For that commitment. So Zubat's Pokedex number, what's that? Zubat's Pokemon 41. 41 goes to 42. Zubat. Gonna be the Golbat slot, which is a single. So actually, I'm catching these Pokemon in order of where I want to keep them on the overlay anyway. Because I got my 3 full Evos first, then my 2 single Evos, and then Bellsprout last. Not sure on the nickname yet. Name it Sacrifice. Thing is, I might not sacrifice it in the end. Because I'd prefer to have a lot of options to choose from before I sacrifice it. And I just want to see where I can get to as well. Sacrifice. I like the name Sacrifice. It sounds cool. Pokedex 4. Wait. Yeah, we have 5 Pokemon, but 2 of them are Hoothoot. So even though we're committed to different things, the Pokedex still works as a normal Pokedex. We have ourselves a Sacrifice. With just Leech Sled. Zubat looks kind of sad in the image on the tracker. Huh. But now that we have that, let's go get our Bellsprout, because we know that that's the only encounter we can get. Unless I wait for tomorrow morning, but I don't intend to do that. Also, I think that if I find a shiny, I'm going to count that as an extra encounter that I am allowed to catch. As long as I can commit it to something. So if I were to catch... If I were to encounter a shiny Hoothoot or shiny Rattata right now, I would not be allowed to use it in the challenge because I already have the commitments to all the other ones. What I might do, though, is that I'll keep it around, then let's say this Rattata dies, I can swap it out with the other Rattata. And it can take over the Raticate commitment. Maybe I'll rule it like that, or I just keep it for my own personal collection, I don't know. We don't have Wade as a trainer remaining, I think. What's a Bell Pepper? Maybe. Maybe it's based on that. Bell Sprout. Watch you guys look up like the scientific names of the plant Bellsprout's based on, and I think about Bell Pepper, and then I just call it Bub. Carl. I don't like to use human names though. I know Lids recently said that they quite like human names for Pokemon. I don't. I very rarely will have a human name on a Pokemon for a Nuzlocke or anything really. Go TikTok! You can do it! Trumpet or Flav are my contributions. Pepper is super cute too. The gender of the Pokemon might influence our decision as well. And I guess we'll just use the Rattata and Hoothoot encounters for a little bit of training. I know we're gonna fight Wade, Bugcatcher Wade. Whose name I know very well because I remember I got their phone number when I first played through Crystal. And they called me a lot. I name my books whatever I can think of. Sometimes I take suggestions from chat, or I think, oh, something related to. I think TikTok is, for example, a really cool nickname for a Hoothoot. Or Tidal for like a water-themed name for Totodile. Who, by the way, we haven't touched Totodile since Cherry Grove. Which feels weird. But anyway, sometimes I'll just name Magikarp Fish, and Geodude Rock, and Regirock Stone, and Pidgey is Bird. And Caterpie's Bug Bug. Or Buggy Bug. And then other times, I look around me and the first thing I see is what I have. So I have like Wallet the Ghastly, Sunglasses the Wingull, a Cola Bottle the Magikarp. That's possible. It depends on what mood I'm in. I look around and I name my Pokemon after whatever I see is generally within a single playthrough. So if like 1 or 2 Pokemon have it, the rest will also have it in that same playthrough. Or something corny like my choice named Requiem. Like a music themed name. I like that. I like that it has a music themed name. Yeah. Bellsprout, where are you at? It's a 20%. Also, in my own Nuzlocke rules, how I rule standard Nuzlockes, I would be allowed to do the Violet City trade, which is Bellsprout for Onyx. If you happen to get the Pokemon that they're asking for as one of your encounters, you're allowed to do the trade. And then that Onyx then counts as the encounter for that route. And then I would be able to catch a new Bellsprout. That's how I rule it. However, in-game trades are not allowed within the Foreverlocke challenge. So, I'm gonna stick to that. I'll respect that decision, Lidsman, and go with it. I'm getting scared of the HPs of Oliviera and TikTok. I'll do a Poké Center trip. And then come back for Bellsprout again. Bing, bing, bling. Alright, because it is very likely that at some point during Nuzlocke a Pokemon dies. I've never lost a Nuzlocke, but I've also never had a deathless Nuzlocke. I've never had a Nuzlocke where no one died. Not even a standard one, although most of my Nuzlockes have been hardcore ones. So because it is likely, especially in this rule set, that a Pokemon will die, knowing what my 6th member will be, a Bellsprout's committed to just being a Bellsprout, what's the first death gonna be? Is it... I'll just say what they're committed to. Is it Feraligatr, Noctowl, Raticate, Hoot Hoot, Golbat, or Bellsprout? Let's make this a first then. A first of the Deathless runs, or the first of the I lose the Nuzlocke runs? I'd like Deathless, but it would be pretty interesting if I could just beat the entire game plus Lance with a Noctowl and a Hoot Hoot on my team. An Eradicate and a Golbat. Wait, can I even do that? What would the HM splits be? I would put Cut on... Is Cut required? Yeah, Cut is required. At least once. So Cut would be in Bellsprout. What does Feraligatr get? I'm gonna look this up now. Feraligatr can get a lot of the HMs. In Gen 2. Yeah, I can Cut, Surf, Strength, Whirlpool. I'll put Cut on Bellsprout. Fly is on... I'm not sure if Golbat can get it, but probably on Noctowl and on Hoot Hoot, just so they have a good flying move. Surf will be on Feraligatr. Strength, I think the only one that can learn that is Feraligatr, but let's check Raticate. Raticate gets strength, so I'll put strength on Raticate, because there's one that's a nice stat move and slightly more accurate than Hyper Fang. But at the same time, it still keeps those spots open for Feraligatr. Feraligator's the only one that can learn Whirlpool, so I have to teach it to Feraligatr. Flash is not required. Is Waterfall... Does this game have Waterfall? Yes. None of my Pokemon know Waterfalls. It'd be Bellsprout with an HM, Noctowl and Hoothoot with an HM, Feraligatr with 2, Surf and Whirlpool, and I know it'll have Ice Punch as a TM, I really want that. Strength on Raticate, and then just Waterfall on whenever I need Waterfall, which I think is only once at the end of the game. And then potentially if I do post-game. But for main game to Lance, if we assume that, I would have to swap out a Pokemon to put Waterfall in. Yeah, I think for the entirety of Victory Road, I would need to put that one in, because you put it in before Newbark Town, you need it in Tojo Falls. I think that's where you need it. And then you have the entire way up to Victory Road, and then Victory Road itself, and then Indigo Plateau, where you can't switch your Pokemon. But then I wouldn't be allowed to use that one member. But yeah, that's the only one that wouldn't be possible. Can Bellsprout get... Yeah, Bellsprout can get Flash, I think. But I wouldn't want to use it, because Flash is not required. Flash is never required. It can be used in a cave, but I don't remember anything else. Yeah, there's a few caves. I know Dark Cave is one of them. Gaming says they think the first to die will be the Golbat? No, the Raticate. You're saying the Raticate, sorry. How did I come up with Golbat? You think it'll be dumbfounded, random, lucky crits to knock out the Raticate. So Oliveira would die first. Okay. Let's see if the levels all correct. 5 on TikTok, 6 on Oliveira. This is just checking my tracker. 8 on Tidal, who we still haven't touched. Duolingo's had 1 battle. Sacrifice is not. Yes, I have them all correctly listed still. The VODs of these streams will, but at the same time will not be up on YouTube. I'm gonna remove the immediate VOD of the stream. Also, hi Bellsprout. I'm gonna remove the VOD from YouTube very soon after I end it, unless I really want to go to bed immediately, then I might do it the next morning or something. And then I will upload the VOD as a video soon after, though. There's some very small edits. Like, if I, let's say, take a 10-minute break in between to get food and to go to take a toilet break or whatever, then I cut that bit out. I cut the stream starting soon thing from the start of the stream, like, which is 5 to 10 minutes long, out. Stuff like that. I cut those out, and maybe 1 or 2 minor edits if something really weird happens. I'd cut that out, too. You can temporarily swap in a mon for Waterfall if you need a new GM. I don't recall, but I check the video if it comes to that. If I can choose whatever mon I want. Let's say for Waterfall I have a Seeking. Let's say I've caught a Seeking at some point, and I want to use a Seeking for Waterfall. Do I have to then remove one of the full Evo ones? Because I'm not allowed to use a Seeking anyway. So I don't think it matters who I swap out, right? Alright, let's use Sacrifice for the first time. Go Sacrifice! Use Weak Leech Life. That is so much better in Gen 7. It was incredible when I found that TM. It was like, why is there a TM for Leech Life? Leech Life is weak. Wait, did they do something to Leech Life? Wait, is this related to why Zubat and Spinarak at the start of the game suddenly had Absorb? And never used Leech Life? I looked at it was 80 power. I was amazed. Leech Life is so good now. You suck health. I'm thinking you can swap whoever you want. Yeah, I was thinking so. So probably at that point, my least useful Pokemon, my most likely to die, whatever, I might swap that one out. So maybe the can evolve twice, like Bellsprout. But at least Bellsprout gives coverage, and Hoothoot doesn't exactly have many better stats. So if this team, but as their fully evolved forms, as much as they can do that, would get to that point, I probably would swap out Hoothoot. Would be cool if I could just take this team to the end. I did know that I did expect, because I can't swap my team in and out to get the optimal team together with stuff that I catch. That's why I chose Foreverlocke as my starter and the commitment to Foreverlocke, because of how I felt that would be able to be useful against gyms. I didn't even think much about Claire, but Ice Punch will be really nice against Claire. Typhlosion, Meganium can't do too much against him except for maybe like Poison Powder or whatever for Meganium and then stall a bit. One damage every time. 2 more leech lives and I'll just try and throw a ball. Yeah, I chose Foreverlocke because I felt like it would be really good against some of the big challenges, like maybe not Claire, I didn't think of them, even though it would be really useful against that. Really useful against Lance especially, but certain other battles as well. And just because you're confirmed to get Surf, a flamethrower is much harder to obtain. Stab Surf is just so nice on anything. So to get a confirmed Stab Surf, assuming it survives, of course, which I'll try to make happen. But assuming it gets there, Stab Surf is really nice, even if its physical attack is a little better. Got it! We got the thing. It's the level 3 male Bellsprout. I need nicknames. I remember a few nicknames being put in chat earlier. Please repeat those, because I don't remember them. That way they're all in one place. Oh, so you put Arceus? I don't want to name it after another Pokemon. I can make it God. Remember, it's gonna stay a Bellsprout. Oh wait, wasn't there that super awesome Bellsprout in the original Pokemon League? Like it kicked the butts of Ash's Bulbasaur and Pikachu, but then Ash beat it with Muck. I love that episode and that fight with that Bellsprout. What's the name of the trainer that used that? Akira? No. I don't want to give it a human name. But I want to have a like reference somehow to that moment. Let's see, level 3. No. Bellsprout. It's a boy Bellsprout? Yeah. I have to remember to not evolve these things. Especially in these early games, there might not be that many useful items, but if I can get multiple Everstones, I would want Sharp Beak on stuff like Noctowl and Hoothoot to boost their Fly or Peck or whatever. But I have to cancel so many evolutions so often. So an Everstone or like an Evolve Lock at some point would be quality of life. Route 31 capture. Pretty sure it only has Vine Whip at this level. And this one was also caught in a Pokeball. Nickname. We had Pepper, Trumpet, Flava. Thanks for looking it up. None of those are really bringing to me like, oh yeah, let's go with that one. Looks like a kick-ass name. So I could also call it Derpy. Because Bellsprout's kind of a derpy Pokemon. Trainer's name was Jeanette. They used Akido apparently. Yeah, like special martial arts. Thank you for looking that up. Yeah, I don't want to call it like shit net. If I call it derpy, then that's not a reference to that fight at all, which I didn't want. But the moment I came up with the name Derpy, I really liked it, so I'm gonna call him Derpy. Derpy. Derpy the Bellsprout. Derp, derp, derp. Oh, it's good that I didn't do too many more leech lives. I forgot that Vine Whip's only 10 power points in this game. It would have struggled itself to death. Potentially. Ooh. Hi, Wade. Wanna fight? I did mention that to grind up to the gym leader's level cap, which is 9 in this game, once I've cleared up pretty much all trainers that I can, I would just get in some rare candies. I can use the Sprout Tower for that, for sure. Would take forever, though. But I did want to clear that challenge at some point. I just do Sprout Tower except for the top floor, because it's a bit risky. And certainly all the gym trainers. 100% I will clear out all the gym trainers. Does Gen 2 have opposing Pokemon PowerPoints yet? Yeah, I believe it's only... Yeah, it would, because the Bellsprout I caught is at 2 PowerPoints. If it was unlimited PowerPoints like it's effectively is in Gen 1, then it wouldn't be at 2 PowerPoints when I caught it, I would think. I might do the entire Sprout Tower, but I do want to level up every Pokemon at least once. Oh, I didn't put Bellsprout on the overlay yet. So I'd want to level up Duolingo a bit, sacrifice a bit, Derpy a bit. Although Derpy versus other level 3 Bellsprouts is gonna take forever. But before we get to that point, I need a Bellsprout. I'm pretty sure I do have that image prepared, yes. Which is a really derpy image of a Bellsprout. It's really sideways. I want to use the red and green arts, but this one just looks weird. This is the red and blue art, so this is one of the few times where I'll use the red and green art instead. Because it actually kind of fits normal dimensions. Sprout. Sprout. Yeah, this one looks nice. There's the problem with Zubat touching it a bit again. But actually Zubat's like on the grass. You don't really notice it too much. TikTok at level 6 and Foresight. On the gym to level 7. Quick attack. That is useful. Hey Caterpie, you want to see my quick attack? You didn't even see it. I was too quick. I do have an antidote, right? I have poison cure beam. I forget that you can die to poison in skins. I think Gen 4 that changed. You can die walking to poison. See, if I would have been at super low HP without something like an antidote, I would have been dead. Let's see. 13 health. 13 times 4 steps. I think it's less than 52 to get to Poké Center. Yeah, still at 11. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're fine. If I would have not been there at 3, I would have checked the numbers again to make sure I didn't need more steps, or if I needed to use that antidote. Alright, we have the 3 that we've kind of used. TikTok, Oliveira, Title. And we have the 3 that we haven't touched much. I would like to level them up at least some point, well, a little bit, before we do the gym. Even though probably Title, Oliveira, TikTok will do the gym trainers. And then I'll just use rare candies to level them up. To the level cap, because I intend to have them all at the level cap. Because I want to grind them all up to have the highest chance of beating the challenge. Of beating the gym. But it's going to be so tedious to do it every time in a Nuzlocke. So that's why I like doing Nuzlockes a little more emulated. So that I can, using Pika hacks, easily put in some rare candies. And then I put the rare candies in the box again immediately. I will not use them for anything except for catching up to that level. I think I want all of them at least at level 7. So, actually no, I'll use TikTok to switch into something. I won't do a link on sacrifice until I'll win a fight. Sacrifice first. I want to switch in into level 3. Even though it could win this fight already. We know this based on that wild one that we fought, that we caught. And it is now called Derpy. Hey, you also have a Derpy. I have a Sacrifice. However, I'm gonna switch to TikTok. If I stream any of my Foreverlocks, the intention for the overlay, like the overlay might change, because this is a relatively, the one I put together relatively quickly, and especially the thing with like the level cap, the wins, losses stuff, that bit was very quickly put together. I just put a blue rectangle and some letters in it that sort of put them like a little space between them that fit nicely. I have overlays for a few other games, like Platinum, like Black and White, but then I don't have space to put level caps, wins, losses, stuff like that anywhere on the overlay, and I'm not that great at an overlay maker, if that's even a word. So, I know I have a friend who's pretty good with Photoshop who might want to do it for me. I might commission him to make a few of them. But in terms of the I always want to have my team members on the overlay. Just like I used to do with my walkthroughs I've done for blue and gold. I have them on the left side of the screen, there's usually in order that I catch them. But for the Foreverlocke, what I want to do is I want to put them also in order of what I've committed them to in terms of the evolution stage, which is coincidentally the exact order I caught them in. But I want the top 3 to be the full EVO ones, or top 2 if it's just 2. and I want the bottom one to be the can evolve twice. So if instead of my Rattata, which is committed to Eradicate, I would have had a Pidgey that is committed to being a Pidgey, I would move everything else up and Pidgey at the bottom. Sacrifice to level 3. Let's add that on the tracker. And because it's the set battle mode, TikTok just gets the rest of the XP. But you get a pretty nice XP for some relatively easy battles, especially if you resist the moves. Because even with Chikorita, the fights might take a little bit. Because the only thing you can really hit them with is Tackle, but you still resist their Vine Whips. Hoothoot, Pidgey, resist Vine Whip. Bellsprout very much resist Vine Whip, but it also can't do much back because it's Bellsprout fight. Zubat very much resisted, and as we could just see, it could just suck back all the health immediately. I know there's an overlay that automatically puts Pokemon on screen. I don't know if that works with physical games. Well, I'm not playing physical games. The overlay will be how does that overlay read that, though? I know of one thing that I've tried with DS games where you can just type in... It's sort of like a tracker, but just for the Pokemon that are on your team. And you just type in the Pokemon's name and poof, it shows up in the program. And if you put the program in as part of the overlay, you can do that. But I don't think I want that. But what I am thinking of is what I've done only once, I think, for a weird random evolution emerald challenge, is to have an overlay where I can put TCG art instead. I saw Lids do that in one of their games, at least. Well, I don't remember which one. Maybe more of them, actually. But I want to use TCG art more. TikTok on the level 7. No, Sage Nico was defeated. So sad. Well, let's hope that Sacrifice can deal more than 1 damage, because if it does not deal more than 1 damage, I'm switching to something else that can deal more damage. Powerless heal. I think that's 2 damage. Give me all your derpy life force so I can level up to level 4. That's not more damage. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go back and do the gym. I'm actually gonna catch the unknown first. Because we can catch unknown. Not that we can use it. But actually, I'm not. Because I really don't want the unknown on my team for this game. And I can't add it now, but let's say Raticate, Noctowl, or Feraligatr dies anytime soon. Before I get anything else that's committed to a final level, to a full evo. Then I'd be forced to use Unknown. I'm not going to catch Unknown, I think, if I remember, until post-game. Because that way, or until I have enough full evos to make sure that I don't have to use Unknown on my team. Also, I'm pretty sure the grass over here is only in Crystal. Gold and Silver is just on the other side of the Sudowoodo. Yeah. Escape rope. I might want an escape rope later. For Union Cave, maybe. But not yet. Like defend, whatever, no. Those aren't just... I'm not gonna use X items. Actually, I'm not allowed to use X items because I can't use items in battle. You also get a choice whether the mon dies, but good move right now. Yeah, like, if I have multiple Pokemon that are committed to a full Evo, I can choose... Let's say I, catch an Ekans on the next route. I think that's available. And I commit that one to Arbok. And then I also have the Unknown. And then the Raticate dies. I can choose between the Arbok and the Unknown. And I would choose the Arbok because I don't want to use the Unknown. However, if I would catch the Unknown and then Raticate, Feraligatr, or Noctowl would die... Because those are the three that legally could be swapped out for Unknown. The Unknown could take their place legally. If any of those die in the gym, let's say in the gym fight against Faulkner, I have to put Unknown on the team. This is because of the rules that are set. Because I can fill the gap in the team, I have to. And I really don't want to fill the slot with Unknown. I prefer to have an open slot momentarily. And then be forced to use like an Arbok. Or a Quagsire. I actually wouldn't mind a Quagsire. Oh yeah, Crystal Cinco bingos this Spearow is trouble. Like, sure, it could randomize into a Caterpie as well. But Stab... Actually, this Stab Peck is... I need to growl it. It's dangerous. Like, a crit from this kills me. A crit from that range might kill me because of the range. This is... I'm suddenly very scared. I forgot that the level 9 Spearow was the first fight, not the second one. I think I should Tail Whip once. Let's see how much damage. 6. So, again, crit range. And I have to make use of that. The berry's probably going to come into play, the one that I still have. Although, I went past midnight. I just went past midnight. Which means midnight in the game as well. Which means I can get new berries. I can get 3 new berries. No, wait, no, 2. Because the first berry came with Totodile. One of them came from the guy. So I can pick up 2 more berries. So I'm going to do that after this fight. Yeah. And this after Growl and the Tail Whip. Ah. Kinda scary. I don't want to die. Crit! Ah! Thanks, Berry! Well, the Berry actually didn't fully save me. I would have attacked anyway. But that was scary. Let's go pick up Berry! And heal at Poké Center. Because heal at Poké Center is good. My leg health. Jumpy, jumpy. I also semi-zoned out because I gave you an answer and explained stuff with my mic muted. That's helpful. I just got the berries. I'm on my way to the gym now. I still have one final gym training to do, so I'll fight that. Then I'll go back to the Poké Center and heal, and then use rare candies to level everyone up to level 9 to save a lot of time on tedious grinding. We have 2 berries again. I think Totodile is the best one to have them. But I'll just put the one on Totodile because I want to save the other one for the gym fight. There was an 11 damage crit, so we have to switch here already. Oliveira. Way more than double of what Tackle does normally, but that's because of Growl being included. And Growl gets ignored on the crit. I'll probably do this stream until a little bit after Faulkner, but not much more. Because they do live in Central Europe, and it's after midnight. I did mention that earlier when I went to pick the berries. And even though I slept well, and in that sense have energy, I had a really tiring but very successful day at work. I work in an arcade, and we changed the setup of a lot of how we display our prizes, a bunch of our displays. We changed so it would be prettier to look at, would sell better, stuff like that. And I learned a lot, and I did a lot of physical labor to get that all done too. Hey, title level 9. But it did make me with a lot of energy, like lack of energy. But I did want to have a stream because I did get home at a decent time to do some streaming. Wanted to get to the gym. We have that now, and it does mean that we can actually attach a berry to one of the other Pokemon too. I don't, and I will not have a set schedule for streaming. It really depends a bit on my work schedule, which changes a little bit per week. Friday evenings and then Saturday and Sunday are the most likely. Sometimes I have stuff to do on the weekends as well, or want to do stuff like, I don't know, watch racing, I watch Formula 1, I watch IndyCar, I watch a bunch of racing. But I'll try to stream at least once a week, if not twice. I have other things that I sometimes do, but I really love this Foreverlocke challenge, so I want to put this one out there, have a lot of fun with it. So far I'm having fun. So I want to continue that. This is not the end, even though you're going to suddenly lose sound and the image from the stream in 3, 2, 1, poof. Well, image from the game anyway. And then you're going to hear ka-pling about twice in the next few seconds. That was one. And then that was the second one. Let's see, is HM's balls box? No. Rare candy, what's the maximum you can hold in this? 9.9? Okay. And then we start up. See the computer noise here. There we go. Now we're back where we left off with our team. But now magically we have 99 rare candies. Totally legitimate. What are you talking about? So now I just go to my Nuzlocke generator, tracker thing, and I level everyone up. And again, this is not because I want to cheat. This is just to save a bunch of tedious time, because if I didn't have access to PK hacks and the rare candies, I would be doing so much time in grinding to level everyone up to level 9, which is a level cap. And especially in the early game, where you're really meant to have 1, 2 Pokemon, that's what the level jumps are what they assume you have. It will be so tedious for early game. Late game, it's not as tedious. You also have better trading spots. Oliviera 2, 8. Oliviera 2, 9. Mold the various subscriptions into candies. Yeah, totally. Hey, Duolingo, you're actually getting levels. You're doing stuff. Good job, Duolingo. You're so strong. Look at you. You're already over twice the level that you were at when we caught you. Thank you. That means gracias in Spanish. I want to try to remember to, at the end of the stream, to show the Nuzlocke tracker thing. Nuzlocke generator, Nuzlocke tracker for the team. Because I think it looks really pretty. Do we get Supersonic at some point here? I think at least Supersonic. Yes. Supersonic. I know they're all going to level 9, so I can just put that all in. The 2 dings are the 2 freshly picked berries being made into candies. Yes. Totally. Derpy, which hasn't even been used in a battle. Sacrifice beats some things. Duolingo, I think, helps catch Sacrifice. We've got growth on Derpy. I don't expect to use that in the gym fight, because I think they have like Tackle and Gust, and then No, tackle a Mud Slap and then Gus is on Pidgeotto or something. And now we deposit the rare candies. Keep the rest with us for now. I want to check my moves just to make sure I get them all right. Find from growth, Leafy Supersonic, Attack Roll Foresight, Crashly Rage, Tackle Tail Quick Attack, Attack Roll Foresight. Yeah, those are correctly listed. Who do I want to start with? Let's start with TikTok. No, actually, we'll start with Duolingo. The TikTok might have slightly better stats, even though it actually has lower HP. Well, I was gonna give TikTok the berry. The other one, considering we have a second one. No, I was gonna open title, didn't I? I said I was gonna use a rage strategy. Gust is normal type only in Gen 1. Between Gen 1 and 2, there were 4 moves to change type, all from normal. Gust went normal flying, Karate Chop went normal fighting, Sand Attack went normal to ground, Sand Attack was normal in Gen 1. And then Bite became Dark, which didn't even exist in Gen 1. Might want to check EXP to make sure they're overloaded before Faulkner. Well, I am at Faulkner. That is why I faced all the gym trainers first. I would clear the path to the gym leader, which means fighting all the gym trainers. And that's when I decide to do the rare candy stuff if I want to save that time. Yeah. I remember beating... I'm gonna beat the gym trainers with the levels that I have. If I would have put them all at level 9, the Spearow would have definitely been less scary. Alright, let's see if I can do the speedrun strat. Sup, Faulkner? First gym leader. Well, I don't have a jolt of electricity. You cannot get a jolt of electricity. In Hardcore to Silver, you can if you have the right code, which changes depending on your trainer ID. And you could get a Mareep egg. Same for Slugma, actually. That's how you can get an early Slugma, but I'm not sure if that would be counted as a gift Pokemon. Because you only get the one egg as a gift. Or does that count? That would be an easy way to get a Slugma. My memory is not good, apparently. I didn't even see what that retractor message was. Alright, first gym fight. Let's not die. Don't use Mud Slap. Rage. From the start, so I can start building in power, so I can hit really hard on the Pidgeotto when that comes out. Vertical, let's go. I'll take it. 23 damage, Rage is building. Keep hitting me, keep increasing my power. One more tackle, that would be Pidgey KO'd. And already I don't know how much this increases Rage and power. I just know I have to keep using the move or it resets. Well, I'm pretty sure on that anyway. The one about EXP. Oh, the make sure you don't overlevel before Faulkner one. Okay. Gust. 6 damage, so that's around a 12 on crit. So I'll get the very off the next damage. That's decent. Ah, that was a crit though. That was a 12 crit. Thing is, I'll build up to 16, so I should have one more safe hit. So if they don't Mud Slap, I should... No, I already got the crit. I win. If that would not have been a crit, I would have gotten the berry to move up to 16, and with a 12 damage crit, from their strongest move, I should be fine. I should have been fine for one more rage. And the only way that they could have stopped me was Mud Slap, lower my accuracy, and then a miss. We won the first gym badge. Title gets 2 levels! Do I get Water Gun? I still don't get Water Gun? Yeah! I don't have the gym badges anywhere in the overlay. I don't think I'll add them. But you can see the level, like, the level cap will change. I'll change that momentarily. I first want to make sure I save the game in case something weird happens. Oh, Mud Slap, the move that I didn't see. I just saw the other 2 moves that your team has. What can learn Mud Slap? Actually, no, first save, then update stuff, then Mud Slap. Okay, first gym beat. Success. We used the speedrun strat. Okay, so title went up 2 levels to level 11. And also, something cool that's you can do on the Nuzlocke tracker is you can add checkpoints to the Pokemon. Which means you can add a little badge to their little summary screens that shows if they were on your team when you beat a certain gym. I only used title in the fight, but TikTok, Oliviera, Duolingo, Sacrifice, and Derpy were also there, so they will also get the Zephyr badge. And then also I give me the Zephyr badge in the overlay. Well, not the overlay, the Nuzlocke tracker. Ah, I didn't see what the message was. I was looking at the Nuzlocke tracker. Or I did see it and already forgot what it was. But that can happen too. Alright, Mud Slap. Probably the birdies can learn it. Title can learn it. I'm not gonna do that. I might put that on either Duolingo or TikTok. That's alright, which one was which? Oh yeah, Duolingo was the Hoot Hoot slime. Oh, I didn't put in Bellsprout. Pretty sure I know what Bellsprout's focus number is though. I think it's 69. Yeah, Bellsprout's Pokemon 69. 69. I never put that in my own document. Bellsprout was called Derpy, and the Zubat was called Sacrifice. It's the Bellsprout slot. Which single Evo? I mean double Evo. Double Evo. So 3 full Evos, 2 single Evos, and a double Evo. Nice. Oh, do we get the egg now? That's a gift Pokemon, but we can't even add it. No, because we're not allowed to add it to the team. We can never hatch it. But then, can we ever hatch it? Or are you allowed to put it on your team if you do not advance the plot, just so you can hatch it and then commit it to something? Because if we are very harsh on the rule that you cannot change your party, unless in that you have to for HMs, because I have nothing that learns Whirlpool, for example, in the section that requires Whirlpool, or something like that, then you can, but there would be no reason whatsoever to ever put an egg on your team if we're harsh on the rules. I know Lids will have come across this in her, runs at some point. Because they've done Gen 2, they've done more gens, so I'll probably look. I could ask them, but I could also just look it up in their VODs at some point. I think Lids might have done that off stream with a Togepi. Yeah, just off stream without advancing plot in any way. No, I want to at least grab the egg. So I'm gonna do the deposit, grab the egg, deposit the egg, do that. If you could, yeah, because I'm doing the stream right now. Otherwise, I would ask later or look it up in the stream. But if you're willing to do that, go for it, please. For now, we'll just grab the egg. It's like, even if I'm allowed to add it to the team just temporarily while not advancing plot, whatever, just to hatch it, which I think will be the way I would want to do it. I might not want to because I don't want to commit to any Togepi slot. Yeah. Although I could just commit it to Togekiss and then immediately transfer it on. Although I want to hatch it purely for the fact that that gives me an Everstone. And an Everstone would be nice. Alright, I've taken a few steps to the PC. Deposit egg. I'm not gonna count this as anything. I'm not gonna commit to Togepi or whatever because it hasn't hatched. I'm not gonna think of a nickname. I'll do that at a different time. Okay, I'm actually gonna take off the berries. I'm gonna switch to Derpy and actually make Derpy do a thing. Wait, did I never actually heal the center? Did I just immediately talk to the egg guy? I'd like to heal my Totodile, please. Ooh, I do get the Miracle Seed next. So that's a held item for Derpy. That would be nice. Well, something I'd also want to look into for Lids. Is if a Pokemon is holding a held item, let's say I equip the Miracle Seed to my Bellsprout. If my Bellsprout then dies, can I take off the Miracle Seed and then attach it to something else? Or is it considered that the item dies with the Pokemon? That is how I rule my personal Hardcore Nuzlockes. And I probably will do that here too. It's one of those little house rules that I'd like to still go with. But I do wonder what Lids would thinks about it and what they do. Considering they have had many deaths and they must have had deaths with Pokemon holding items before. I could probably find that out by watching the streams. But that is something I would probably do is consider the item dies with the Pokemon. So if you give a Pokemon the leftovers, that can be really good in fights. But it's also a risk, because if that Pokemon dies, the leftovers dies with it. Also, something I do have to consider. This next encounter is, Route 32. Also, I just realized, Ruins of Alpha encounter does not need to be an unknown. There's a piece of grass we can access later. Although Lids does say that if they're, as long as a name listed in the summary, Pokemon summary screen, and like, I know we don't have it in this game, but we get it in later ones, says the same words, same numbers, whatever, it counts as the same area. So the Pinwheel Forest in Gen 5 is a really good example of the outside area and the inner forest. Very different things you can encounter. Pretty much everything is different levels maybe too. Personally, if it is that clearly different, even if it is the same name, in this case Pinwheel Forest, I consider it two different areas, personally. Similarly to Ruins of Alph, the Ruins of Alph grass, which I believe only has Smeargle and Natu, is one Ruins of Alph area, and then the inner side, where you catch Unknown, is the other area. So personally, I would allow both captures. That is how I will rule it, for me. Alright, Route 32 encounter. This one's legal. We don't have another Bellsprout. We just have to commit this one to Weeping Bell or Victory Bell. I might try playing during the daytime next to get a few different encounters. In some areas that might matter. Also, it'll be interesting once I get access to Headbutt and Ilex Forest, I can go back to certain areas and get extra Pokemon. I don't think New Barktown has an encounter besides maybe fishing. Fishing and surfing once you get access to those and like a tiny bit of water to the right of New Bark. Violet, not sure if that has Headbutt trees. Azalea certainly does, or at least the root. No, Slowpoke Well is, I believe, still considered part of. While the area around the entrance is still considered to be part of Azalea Town, so Azalea Town has Headbutt trees. Therefore, you can get a wild encounter there. Let's catch this Bellsprout. Pokeball. Feels weird catching a Bellsprout already having one. And having two Hoot Hoots on the team. Yeah, we caught a Bellsprout. But because we already have a team of 6, we cannot add it. We have a full legal team. It's a Bellsprout, is a level 6 male. On Route 32, I'm pretty sure this is. Which is Vine Whip and Growth. Because we saw Growth and Vine Whip. And we know from our level 9 that they don't get more. It was caught in a Pokeball. And it does not get the Zephyr Badge marker checkpoint. Because it wasn't in my party when we did that gym. Alright, next Bellsprout nickname. And what do we commit it to as well? Because this could be a potential replacement. Or something. I can't replace Bellsprout with Bellsprout because Bellsprout is the only thing that can evolve twice. And I cannot commit to Bellsprout twice. If I commit Weeping Bell, it's a potential replacement for everything except Bellsprout. If I commit it to Victory Bell, it's only potential replacement for Raticate, Noctowl, Tidal. I don't think I want to commit it to Victory Bell yet. I'll just commit it to Weeping Bell and probably not use it. And then keep the Victory Bell like for a potential later playthrough. But if this one survives until the end, we already have the committed Weeping Bell for something else. And then I might want the Victory Bell in another playthrough. But I can't do that then. But at least Weeping Bell... The thing is, if anything dies that isn't the Bellsprout and it's committed to a Weeping Bell, the Weeping Bell will replace it. That's also what I have to think about. If I committed to a Victory Bell, but sacrifice or Duolingo dies, so the Hoothoot or Golbat, then I cannot replace it with a Victory Bell. And I can wait until the next Pokemon. But I don't think I'll have that relatively soon, because I can get... What are the encounters I can get before Gym 2? Route 32 is long. I already have this Pokemon. I get Union Cave. I get Route 33, which is short, but I get it. I get Ilex Forest. I don't get Headbutt yet, so I can't do the Azalea Town one yet. And I got Slowpoke Well. So there's 4 more encounters after this Bellsprout before the gym. Also 4 more encounters still before Slowpoke Well, because I can do Ilex Forest and an encounter in Slowpoke Well before doing most of Slowpoke well. So then, even if there's some scary fights there, I can have built up more Pokemon at that point to fill different slots. Also leaves it open to Eviolites in another playthrough. I guess. I don't want to transfer to upper generations too much. We'll see. I did say that I wanted to a lot of playthroughs, like Nuzlocke's, just at base. As a base Nuzlocke without anything transferred to it. But maybe for future playthroughs, except the yellow one, which I've already started. I forgot what I was going. I totally forgot my train of thought, right? Bellsprout nickname. Unknown Smeargle locked behind a later game cave to get to the grass. Yeah, I can still do that. If I just don't catch the unknown, I can still go get to the Smeargle. Even with Lids' rules. But then it's still either Smeargle or Natu. Oh yeah, I was thinking to, for every generation, the first Foreverlocke playthrough I do, I don't want it to have any transfers. I already can't do it with Silver and Yellow because I've already started those. But maybe I'll have like 1 or 2 transfers over for Pokemon that you cannot normally use. For example, if I would have started this one after having completed Yellow, I might have put the Charmander or the Bulbasaur in this game, because you can normally never use those Pokemon in, let's say, a Silver playthrough, which would be really weird. Like how Lids was using an Aeron in the Leaf Green or Fire Red playthrough, whichever game it is that we're playing right now. That's really interesting to see, because you normally never use those Pokemon. Got a response from Lids? Absolutely. In fact, I'd argue you should try to immediately hatch an egg the moment you get it so you can declare a slot for it. Yeah, I kind of don't want to declare the slot yet, so I kind of want to keep it behind, but I can... It's... eggs are counted as gift Pokemon, and any other gift Pokemon that isn't an egg, you do immediately declare. So I can see why, so... I'll think about it, but I might hatch it off screen. And if so, I'll add it to the Nuzlocke tracker. Anyway, we have been stuck on this Bellsprout nickname. I'm going to commit it to Weepinbell. I will say that. I'm going to commit it to Weepinbell. Weepinbell slot, which means a single Evo. I have one mon in the box in yellow, which is the Magikarp you get at the Mount Moon Poké Center. And then I already have one in the storage bank, which is Zubat from Gen 1 that I committed to Crobat. I knocked over my mic. Mike, you okay? Keyboard, you okay? Pepper, since Derpy is Bellsprout. Let's see, what were the other ones? Pepper, Trumpet, Flava. What's a Flava? Is it the flower? Is that a plant? Oh, that's a plant it's based on. I kind of like that one, Flava. I also don't. I don't want to use Pepper, I don't think. Trumpet, eh. I'll go Flava. Flava. Put that in here. Flava. Put that in the tracker. Flava. I'll go back to the Poké Center and heal. Then show you the image of what the Nuzlocke tracker looks like right now. With possibly, depending on the decision that I make in between streams, the Togepi. And then I'll say at the start of the next stream, assuming I remember to do it, what I've committed the Togepi to. Whether I committed to Togepi, or I committed to Togetic, which will be the middle stage, or do I commit it to Togekiss, and am I forced to immediately send it over to to the next thing. Alright, let's generate this image. Put it in here. The plant. Lava is just part of the scientific name of the plant itself. It's called the pitcher plant. Okay. Well, I've already called it flava. Pitcher, actually. I really like the name Pitcher. I want Pitcher now. Well, I've already called it flava. I can just, this doesn't need a name. I'll go to my downloads. And then this would be what our team looks like right now. Title the total at level 11, which you caught at level 5 with Scratch Their Enrage. TikTok the Hoothoot. At level 9, Tackle Ground Foresight. Same for Duolingo the Hoothoot. Actually, Duolingo didn't get the level ups. I just noticed. It is level 9. So I'll have to regenerate that image before I share it on the Discord. A Sacrifice at level 9, and then Derpy at level 9, and then we got Flava at level 6, committed to a Weeping Bell. And these, again, are in order of what I committed them to. First, the 3 full Evos, so for Alligator, Noctowl, Eradicate. Yeah, I can change it to Pitcher if I want, yeah. Duolingo is a Hoothoot as something that can evolve once. If I wanted to sacrifice anything, I would probably do a Hoothoot. And then add it to something later. But I want to survive for a while just because I want to see how long I can survive with this team. But at the same time, the longer I survive with these 6, the more options I have, the more good options I have to replace stuff with. Instead of being forced into, let's say, using my Weeping Bell, which is another grass poison with basically the same movesets as my Derpy, I might be able to replace it with a Graveler. I might be able to replace it with a Machoke, which would be really nice for coverage. Yeah, that's the squad. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Everyone that came by. It's my first ever Foreverlocke stream. I enjoyed it. I probably will do most of these on YouTube. Occasionally on Twitch. I'm not sure. I might do that. I appreciate you all coming here and chatting with me, especially Decaying Fairy. You were here for pretty much the entire time, which I really enjoyed. Chatting with me, helping me figure stuff out, suggesting nicknames, helping me with asking questions in the Discord while I was streaming. I hope to see you next time. As I said, I try to stream at least once a week, maybe 2 if I can find the time and if I feel up for it. One thing I noticed I forgot to change was to update the level cap, which in Pokémon Silver, I thought it was 17, but that's Hard Gold Soul Silver. It is level 16 in this game. So, let's see, Foreverlocke stats, level cap. No, it's level cap. Properties. 16. Does it still look decent? Nope. That's a little better. I want it to have a little bit more of a gap between level cap and wins than between wins and losses, because wins and losses and stuff are meant to be together. Right, level cap is 16. That is set up for the Azalea gym fight that hopefully we'll be able to get to the next time we stream. Again, thank you very much for watching. I have Pokemon Battle Revolution videos every second day. One went live today, so the next one will premiere in 2 days from now, so on Sunday. And then in the other days in between, I upload other stuff, such as this one. this one will be... Most of the VOD will just the start and maybe a middle break bit cut out. So I will remove the exact VOD from this, but it will be uploaded in one of the coming days. See you next time, and make sure you always remember that you are worth it. Goodbye.